Third quarter, 2 minutes away. Let's bring you up to speed. Brought to you by Riley's Oyster. 3 locations, Fed Hill, Mount Vernon, and my favorite on Padonia Road. Great place, Riley's Oyster. Be bold, try an oyster. And of course, this is the Royal Farms Game of the Week. Booker Corrigan and Ty Zanders. Happy to have Royal Farms as the title sponsor. Ty, first half impressions.
It's about what I expected, a close game. I think McDonogh broke out a little bit in the towards the end of the second half. St. Paul's defense a little bit hesitant to slide. 5 different scores from McDonogh. Stover hasn't been tested a whole lot. Face-offs probably about even for the most part. But it should be a great second half. I'm sure Carter Flagg would love to get that record. Just 1 point away. Currently locked up with Timmy Whiteley. 1 point away from breaking Connor Gill's record. So.
And you talked in the open about both goaltenders, Stover for McDonogh, Barreto for St. Paul's. They've both made the saves that they should, what you expect from a goaltender.
And one or two they probably should.
Yeah,
yep.
Make the saves you should, and 1 or 2 that you shouldn't, and you're going to start or be a tough guy to replace. The third quarter set to go here in the Royal Farms Game of the Week. Be bold. Try Riley's Oyster. McDonogh possession to start the quarter. Remember, St. Paul's had a foul at the end of the second quarter, so McDonogh will start possession here in the third quarter, brought to you by Riley's Oyster. And I did talk about all our sponsors, Kelly & Associate, the Baltimore Crabs, and Lax World, and of course Royal Farms. They're the ones who are making these games possible. Be a loyal supporter of the people who support your kids. When it's time to go out to dinner, head over to Riley's Oyster. When it's time to buy lacrosse equipment, get to Lax World. And if you're looking for a convenience store with great service and amazing prices, make sure you get to Royal Farms. Great save by Barreto, and a long distance pass. McGovern makes the easy catch, or makes the catch look easy. Probably a better way to say that one.
Wind picking up here, Booker. Guy made a mistake not going long sleeves.
When it's breezy, swing it easy.
There's St. Paul's outfoot game.
Flagg to Milchling. Excuse me. That was Mitch Gordon. I'm so used to seeing Dawes Milchling.
They look rather similar.
And here's Flagg behind the cage. His next point will make him the all-time scoring leader at St. Paul's. Last year it was Shaq Stanwyck becoming the all-time scoring leader at BL. Jack Pollard. And St. Paul's coming out with a little renewed sense of urgency here in the third quarter.
So important to start that third quarter well. You know, in those first 3 or 4 minutes, that third quarter.
St. Paul's in their road blues. McDonogh home whites. Carter Flagg inside roll. There, get the puck. Get the puck. He is now. Congratulations, Carter Flagg. Get the puck. He is the all-time scoring leader in the history of St. Paul School.
Congratulations to Carter, great player.
Point number 245.
Very proud history at St. Paul's, my old stomping grounds. So many great attackmen to come through there. So many good players of all positions to come through that program.
5-4 your score. And you know, I also want to remind folks that none of these, I talked about Shaq being the all-time scoring leader at BL. Carter Flagg at St. Paul's. None of these guys are close to the all-time scoring leader in the history of high school lacrosse. You know why? Because they play in the MIAA, and it's not a joke league where you can just run up points. So for these guys to rack up those kinds of numbers, it counts double. Some crazy ball right now. Jackson Morrill comes up with the loose ball. .9:45 remaining, third quarter. 5-4 your score. McDonogh leads and has possession. Jack Kemp shares it up top, and now this is Connor Young. Young right to right, split dodge. thinks about the sharp angle shot. And Robert Clark now behind the cage. And Clark comes out with it. I don't know how he did it. That was an impressive dodge, and McDonogh goes back with a 2-goal advantage.
Pretty goal there.
Impressive play by Robert Clark. I'm sure he may have learned a little bit of that dodge by being beat on by his older brother, Joe Clark, who played at Gettysburg after then some knee injuries certainly hampered him, but I'm sure Joe gave Robert a couple beatdowns. Wilson with the face-off win, and now in a swim move on top of it. Jack Parr turns away and gets it up top, and McDonogh will possess with Sutley. And we talked last time, Ty, his second midfield for McDonogh has a tremendous plus-minus. That goal by Clark was with the second midfield on.
Very productive unit for the Eagles. So many players, as you mentioned, that can hurt you. They had 5 different scores in that first half. It's always a good sign when you can spread the ball like that.
This is Morrill. Robbie Black comes back, lefty shot just wide. Sutley rolls back, loses it. A little sky whammy by defenseman John Foss. And he pushes it up the field. And St. Paul's with the clear. 7.5 minutes now remain. Third quarter brought to you by Riley's Oyster. Joe Pollard now for the Crusaders. McGovern takes a back check from Narcisse. Great pass. Ball off the shaft of a McDonogh stick, but it's not going to make it out of bounds. Nifty play on the end line by Farrar. And you see that speed.
Good decision!
Fans showing their approval. 2-goal lead now, 6:40 remaining third quarter. Royal Farms Game of the Week. Great to have you as part of our viewing audience. And make sure you thank Royal Farms by patronizing your local farm store. Here's Blake Gray. Whitfeld looks to gain a step. Shot kicked out by Barreto, up in the air, and there's the reflexes.
Almost bounced in there. You get different bounces when you're playing on the grass surface. You have that patch of dirt right there in the crease.
McGovern again makes the hard catch look pretty easy.
Really good job between the lines.
Good defense.
And McGovern will go for a much-needed, a well-earned rest. Carter Flake flips. Mitch Gordon saved by Stover, wrestles it off. And a nice ground ball by Danny O'Connell. And now we get a flag on a late hit, I guess. Didn't see it. But Danny O'Connell, a great play by him on the ground ball. And a poorly timed late hit by St. Paul's as they picked off the pass, and it was about to be 6-5.
Penalty number 42.
Dawes Milchling with the penalty. And McDonogh on the man up. They start a 3-3 like a summer in Rangoon, pretty standard. In the spring, they make meat helmets. Blake Gray checked as he throws it.
Lost Swan there.
Sutley up top to Clark. .20 seconds remaining in the man down. This is Jack Parr, the left-hander. Shot, goal, stepping in Barrett Sutley, and we got a 3-goal game right now. Tie, that's a big swing. St. Paul's was about to go 6-5. They go man down, now it's 7-4.
Unfortunate turn of events there for St. Paul's. McDonogh able to capitalize. Sully, another guy who can sling it from the outside.
And McDonogh starting to show themselves as the cream of the league right now. But you're right, they did cost themselves terribly.
I think there's obviously still plenty of time here, but as you said, Booker, I think you definitely can make the argument that McDonogh may be that one team that has a little bit of separation. Ran into a assistant coach of the league last night. We were talking about, everybody else is pretty even except for McDonogh has a little bit of separation at the top, or at least it appears that way early in the year.
Nice face-off win by Wilson. He gets it quickly to Narcisse. And McDonogh back on. Penalties now expired. And St. Paul's Crusaders find themselves in a 3-goal deficit. Third quarter brought to you every time by your friends at Riley's Oyster. The Padonia Road location is just a tremendous place to get some food or have some fun with your friends. And as I say that, Rob Black looks up and says, "Hey, Bookman, shut your yapper and talk about me going low to high to low." And I'll tell Rob, "Hey, go low to high and I'll shut my yapper." Let's be honest. Who doesn't like a good buddy riser?
Wildly impressive third quarter by the Eagles offense.
And again, you alluded to it at the end of the second quarter when they got that penalty. You talked about momentum being a huge piece of it. Games take on their own identity. And it's going to be McDonogh possession. Here is Danny O'Connell. Whitfeld making a nice catch on that. As the clock trickles down to the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter, a 4-goal lead now for the Eagles. And now we got another foul. I think that's going to be on the St. Paul's bench. Running through the check, Jackson Morrill. Great low-to-low shot there. And now we'll learn of the foul. The first one, signaled as a hold, will be waved off. The second one, I'm not so sure. McDonogh extends it to a 5-goal lead on the Jackson Morrill goal. Now we will learn of the foul. The first goal's good. First goal's wiped out, technical foul hold. Second foul was a technical foul on the bench, and that is waved off. So the issue there is that does it take you out of your defense when there's 2 flags down and you know you're going to go on the man down, and Jackson Morrill takes advantage of that. Royal Farms game of the week. Royal Farms surcharge-free ATMs. Get to your local Royal Farms store. Delicious, world-famous, fresh, never frozen chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast, real free. St. Paul's with a very important ground ball pickup there. Dawes Milchling comes to get it. Now it's McGovern with a step. Looks to get it inside, and Armand Medgulchi comes up with it. Stover, quick pass up the field, and McGovern steals that right away. Under 2 minutes to go here, third quarter.
He's been great in that portion of the field, making some really impressive plays, not just an outside shooter.
And he's actually played a lot of defense today, which they may want to rectify. Flagg draws the triple team, flips it over to Dawes Milchling, and now it's behind with Mitch Gordon.
So important for St. Paul to chip away at that deficit, down 5 goals late in the third quarter. McDonogh really exploded for 4 straight.
Flagg with the backup of the Milchling offering, and we got a pair of 14s behind the cage.
Future Tigers.
Oh. Gordon runs all the way over, swings and misses.
And those are the type of plays that if you're a coach, you just hate to see, those unforced errors, especially when you're in that deep hole. Makes you pull your hair out.
And if you're going to run all the way over and swing at it, don't miss it. It wasn't like the ball took a crazy hop. That's just life in the big city, but under a minute to go here, third quarter. Thank you so much to Riley's Oyster. The Padonia Road location quickly becoming a favorite of the MIAA lax aficionados. Get to Riley's Oyster. Convenient parking, easy to get to, no hassle at all involved in getting to Riley's Oyster on Padonia Road. Connor Young holds onto it. I don't know how, but he does, and still 12 seconds to go. Barreto and Mitch Gordon now looks to force it inside. Ball pinballs around, still 3 seconds to go. Enough time to draw a penalty, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Thank you so much to your friends at Riley's Oyster. Support the people who support you. Get to Riley's Oyster and have a great meal.